Historical perspective of viruses. The idea of the submicroscopic world of the viruses could not have been grasped before the discovery of the microscopic world. Living organisms too small to see with the unaided human eye were first observed by Antony van Leeuwenhoek, who lived from 1632 to 1723. Leeuwenhoek lived in Delft, Holland, where he held a political sinecure as custodian of the town hall. He was also a cloth merchant who used simple one-lens microscopes to examine draperies and cloth textures. Despite comparative isolation and a lack of formal training, Leeuwenhoek devoted a great deal of time and effort to his hobby of lens grinding, producing the best lenses then available. They magnified an object about 300 times. Leeuwenhoek turned his attention and interest to common objects and began to examine rain, well, sea, and snow water. In a series of communications to the Royal Society of London, Leeuwenhoek described his microbial world of wee animalcules, including what we know today as the bacteria, spheres, rods, spiral shapes, protozoa, algae, yeast, as well as sperm, eggs, red blood cells, and more. Leeuwenhoek's zest for discovery and his wonder at seeing the microbial world unfold are best conveyed by one of his letters to the Royal Society about a decaying tooth he examined. I took the stuff out of the hollows in the roots and mixed it with clean rainwater and set it before the magnifying glass. I must confess that the whole stuff seemed to me to be alive. But notwithstanding, the number of these animalcules was so extraordinarily great that 'twould take 1,000 million of some of them to make up the bulk of a coarse sand grain. The 300-fold magnification employed by Leeuwenhoek is theoretically below the limit required to visualize bacteria. It is likely that he had to rely upon indirect light, now called dark field illumination, to visualize even the outlines of these organisms, although he never stated that in any of his letters. Indeed, Leeuwenhoek was quite secretive about his tools and methods. Only the best lens grinders, working independently, could repeat his observations. Because of these limitations, Carolus Linnaeus was able to recognize only 6 species of microbes as distinct entities in the group of animals that he classified under the name chaos or chaos in 1767. With the invention and improvement of the two-lens or compound microscope, which had the ability to magnify 1 or 2,000 times, 600 distinct microbes were recognized in Ehrenberg's Atlas by 1838. And that is Historical Perspectives on Viruses. Have a great day.